Flowers, and we're here for another tutorial. Thanks for joining tonight. We'll get started very shortly. So I am just going to grab my laptop so I can view your comments, and thank you for joining. And thank you for joining. Hi, Maria. Hola. Okay. We are live, friends. Thank you for joining. I'm just going to share to my socials. Oh, hopefully, come on. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. How are you? Happy Thursday. Excuse me. How's it? Did I bring my water up? Oh, yeah, I did. Couldn't remember if I brought my water up or not. How are you? Hello. All right. I think we're all... Hi, Jeanette. Hola. Who's excited? I'm excited for another tutorial. I'll just give it another moment. So this flower can be used on your flower stands, the tabletop flower stands. Guess I should have put it on there to make sure the size is good. Yes. So we're going to get started. We'll give it another moment. How is your week going, my friends? Since Tuesday, since we spoke. So this live tutorial will be saved here on YouTube and will be available in the live tab here on YouTube, so you can reference back to it. You will need to set up this project in your machine's design space with the sizes noted here, but they're also in the video description. I do need to tighten it up a little bit, fix some of the spelling for the height. But it's all right there for you as well. So this is approximately 5 inches. Now this can be made in any color, so it's completely up to you. So the 65-pound cardstock I am using is the Valentine's cardstock, so I'm still using the red from Printworks, and it is available on Amazon. A little bit lighter red than Recollections red, but still beautiful. Oh, Jeanette, that sounds perfect in the 70s. We were about 7 degrees. And tomorrow it's supposed to be, we have 3 more frigid days, it said, and then maybe we'll hit the 30s again. So Maria knows it's cold. Frigid. All right, we're going to use the Rose mini flower template. We're going to go ahead and get started. And on Tuesday, we made a beautiful about 8-inch rose. It's hard to see her on there. She's on our flower stand. She is gorgeous. We did the traditional rose. So now we're going to do the simplified rose, again, to put on your tabletop stands. Flower stands. So some of them, we have the large flower and then 2 extra places for flowers. So that's what we're doing today. This one can also be stem. So if you wanted to sell some larger flowers or in larger arrangements. All right, so for our sepal, you just need one of them cut at 4.75 inches wide by 4.75 inches high. Just type in the width, the height automatically adjusts. So when you purchase the Rose Mini Flower template, there is a master files project. You just want to ungroup that project or that file in your Rose Mini Flower project in your machine's cutting or design space, and then you'll duplicate the sepal and then set it up at these sizes. Petal One, which is your 5 petal. Again, you're going to duplicate that from the master files and then set it to 5.54 inches wide. The height automatically adjusts, and then you'll duplicate it to be 3 and then do the same for 5. You need 4 of them at 5.05 inches. Then Petal Two is our 4 petal. And you need 3 of them at 3.93 inches wide and 3 at 3.61 inches wide. So it's very similar to when we made the smaller size. When we, that we released the template. I'm throwing my flowers out. So we're just taking this version and making it a little bit larger, approximately 5 inches or a little bit larger than 5 inches. So it's basically the same, just you're using different size dowel rods, and we did add an extra petals in the center. Okay, so if you needed something just a little bit bigger, this is your answer. Perfect flower. Hey, Nathan, welcome in, friend. Thanks for joining tonight, my friend. So, hola. I have my scarf on. It's cold. I had a different scarf on today, but. So if you see the scarf come into the camera, it's just because it's cold. Alrighty, so you can optionally ink. So with my red cardstock, I like to use ground espresso. I'm so glad you made it too, Nathan. You didn't blow us off today, right? So you're going to go on both sides and ink. So you're going to use your finger dabber. Yes, mine is quite chewed up, as you can see at the moment. So after this tutorial, this one will go in the trash. But for the sepal, you're just going to go down the right side. And then I try and get the little petals. Now I did ink this, but I'll just go over one side. And then we just keep going down the right side. Make sure you get the little petals here. Once you made a pass down the right side, then you come down from the center. In the opposite direction, you turn it. And that way, it's the quickest way of inking. And you're going to do that to both sides. So you're going to see when it's down, it has a nice highlight. For Petal One, which is your 5 petal, and Petal Two, which is your 4 petal, you're going to just ink around the edges. So you can actually see, I'm not, I'm not precise. I literally just start at the base, or you can start at the top and come down the right side. And then we just keep making our way around. I know, Nathan. And then you come down the opposite side. So then we start in the center and come towards. Hey, Erica, thanks so much for joining. Nathan, where has Tina been? Is she not crafting or she doesn't like YouTube? I know it's hard to get used to it. And then you just ink both sides. Okay, and you do that for all the petals. I did get them, most of them pre-inked. So thank you all for joining. Again, we're making a 5-inch simplified rose. The sizes are in the video description, so don't stress out. As we go through, we'll talk about how to style it. This is a quick flower, just like when we made it in the smaller size. So we're just making it a little bit larger for our tabletop flower stands. As I mentioned before, we just have 2 extra petals actually for this little bit larger size. Exactly. She needs to get her tush crafting with us again. We miss her. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to style everything. So we're going to start with our sepal. So, tools. 65-pound cardstock. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm using the Valentine's cardstock by Printworks DIY. So thank you, Printworks, for the paper. And it is available. All right, we're back. I had everything on do. All right, we're back. I had everything on do not disturb, so I'm not sure what is going on. Oh, it's crazy. All right. So again, we are using this paper pack. So thank you for the paper. So 65-pound cardstock. We do need our dowel rods. So we are using 4 of the dowel rods. So I'm using the 6-inch dowel rods, but you can certainly use your 12-inch dowel rods. It's totally up to you. Ah, there she is. Hey, Tina. We were wondering where you were, my friend. All right, and we have our color-coded dowel rod. So we're using the 1/2 inch, the 3/8, the 5/16, and the 3/16. You don't have any sound? You can't hear me? Okay. It went silent for a moment. I don't know if a call came in. I have everything on Do Not Disturb, the apps, everything, and I don't know what happens. But we are here. Ah, enjoy your drinks. So wooden dowel rods. We need our precision scissors, our flower shaping mat, a 1/4 inch soft foam mat. Our, okay, good. Our glue gun, so I'm using the Sure Bonder mini glue gun. I like it because it does fold up. Now I didn't have to fold up the stand to make this. We have our 8-inch Gorilla glue sticks. And I think that's it. Optionally, again, you can use your finger dabbers and ink to ink your petals on both sides and sepal. So we're going to start with our sepal. So we're just going to take our metal ball stylus starting at the top. In a circular motion, just roll down to the base of the petal. Now for these little ones, you can just pull them up so they get a little spiky. So they should curl. Okay, and you just make your way around. Circular motion. And it's just lifting them up. So again, these you can just pull down. This one's a little crazy. And just roll down the petal in a circular motion. And these you can just roll from the top. All right, so if you flip it over, that's what it looks like. All right, so we're going to flip our pile of petals over. We start with the largest ones first. So we do have 3 of Petal One at 5.54 inches wide. Again, the sizes are in the video description, and we did go over them at the very beginning. So we're going to use our 1/2 inch pink dowel rod. I'm going to take 2 of them at once. You're going to place the dowel rod down in the middle of the petal. Pinch it up with your thumb, let go, and roll it between your fingers. So literally the dowel rod, the petal is rolled around the dowel rod. Like pigs in a blanket, right? That's what it just reminded me of. All right. Oh my God. So it's giving it a curl. We don't need a big curl. These are our bottom layers. Okay. Hi, Christy. Welcome in. Hello, my friends. Thank you all for joining. We are live. We had a little bit of a technology hiccup. It's like every time we start a video. And you're just rolling the 1/2 inch pink dowel rods. So these are going to be our 3 largest. So I do have one more. So again, place it down in the middle of the dowel rod, pinch it up with your thumb, let go, and if you need to, you can hold on to that petal and just roll it right around the dowel rod. Okay, pinch it up with your thumb, let go, and just roll it right around. Happy Thursday! The weekend is almost here, thank goodness. What's everybody working on for your weekend or any fun plans? Let us know in the chat. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, hanging out with us live or in replay. It will be saved to the Lives tab here on YouTube. All right, so our 3 largest petals, you use the pink 1/2 inch. You're going to flip them over and set it to the side with our lovely sepal. We have 4 petals of Petal One at 5.05 inches wide. So we're going to take 2 at a time. And again, we went over, I'm working on your drinking. Tina, I love it, girl. Have some fun. Life's too short. We're going to now switch to our yellow 3/8 for the little bit smaller size. So again, you place that dowel rod down the middle of the petal, pinch it up, and roll. Okay, place it down the middle of the petal, pinch it up, and roll. Pinch and roll. Pinch up and roll. Now these are a little bit larger. So if you struggle, you can do 1. You don't need to stack 2 of the petals. Pinch it up with your thumb, let go, and just roll it all the way around. Pinch up and roll. Okay. And we're going to do that for the same. We have 4 of these petals. So again, stack them. Place the dowel rod down the middle of the petal, right down the center. Should go in towards the center of the petal just so you can grab it. Pinch it up with your thumb. You can let go and just roll it right around. Okay, pinch up, let go, and roll. It's like love is in the air in here in my craft room with all these roses and valentines. Pinch it up and roll. Okay, so we have 4 of those. This is going to be layers 1 through 4. Our 3 largest petals we're going to attach after we create our flower. All right, our next 3 are now Petal Two, and these are 3.93 inches. Again, it's in the description, and I did go over them at the beginning of the video. So for one of them, we're going to take our precision scissors, and right in the opening here, you're just going to cut a small cut towards the center in between each petal. Ooh, I just hit the glue gun. Okay. And now we're going to take our red 5/16. So as our petals are getting smaller, the diameter of our dowel rod is also getting smaller. You got a whole flower shop in there. I do, Nathan. It's crazy. All right, so for the one we cut in between each petal, I'm just going to do that one separately. Again, the red 5/16. Place it down the middle of the petal, pinch it up with your thumb, and roll it right around. Pinch up and roll. Pinch up and roll. Pinch up and roll. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the other two we didn't cut in between, and we're still using that red 5/16. Pinch up and roll it between your fingers. Now it is easier to do when you just do one. You can see I get a little bit of a crease. So pinch up and roll. And if you need to, you can just curl it in. Pinch up and roll. Thank you, Tina. I should have gotten my nails done today. I go tomorrow at lunch. All right, so again, our third petal, same size. Pinch up and roll. Used to crack me up, Nathan and Tina. I miss you all. I hate that I didn't get to Texas this year, or in 2025. Now for our three smallest is Petal Two at 3.61 inches wide. We're going to cut in between each petal towards the center. This is our very center of our simplified rose or non-traditional rose. These are just as beautiful. So if you don't want to stress out making traditional roses, you can use these. No one will know. It's okay. Now for our three smallest, we switch to our coastal blue 3/16. Okay, place it down the middle of the petal. So our diameter is 3/16 inch. We have a huge gap on either side. That means I did move my dowel rod over, and we're just going to roll right around. All right, pinch up and roll. So these have a pretty big curl, but once we start assembling, it will not be as curled. Will you be going to Texas? I hope. But first, Florida. Pinch up and roll. Depends on the my funds. Pinch up and roll. Pinch up and roll. Maybe we should move flower camp to Florida. I can get to Florida easier than I can to Texas. Pinch up and roll. Pinch up and roll. So we're just doing the three smallest. Oh yes, Maria. Join me. I'm ready for Florida. Soon. I just need to figure out any days I'm tacking on to my conference. All right, so if you do need any paper flower tools, they are available in my Etsy shop, and I do appreciate all your orders and your support. And let's start creating our flower. Okay, so we're going to start with our 4 petals of Petal One, which are 5.05. Again, the 3 largest we're keeping over here on the side. I put them out on my flower shaping mat. I'm just going to flatten one just a little bit. This is going to be our bottom layer. Then you're going to take your metal ball stylus tool, one a little bit larger, but not the largest. Roll right where the petals meet the base in a circular motion. And it lifts up the petals. Okay, so we'll start with one of them. You can see here there's a Y. We're going to add glue to the underside of another petal. Here's my upside down Y. We're going to place it straight down, so just bring it straight down and place it in the center and press. Rotate it, so here's your Y. We're going to grab another one, add some glue in the center. You don't need a whole bunch. Look at your top 2 petals. Here's your upside down Y. Bring it straight down in the center and press. Now they're standing tall, so what you can do is place the petals in front of one another if they start to, they're standing pretty tall, so she's beautiful. And then we have our 4th. So layers 1 through 4 are all the same size at 5.05. This is Petal 1. Here's your Y. Here's your upside down Y. So bring it straight down in between and press. Okay, so now you can see we want to make sure the petals are one in front of each other. It looks like just that one needed to be fixed. And she's beautiful already. Now we work from the center out. So we start with our 3 smallest. All 3 we cut in between each petal towards the center. Then you're going to lay out the second size, which is the 3.93 of Petal 2. These are your 3 smallest. These are the next size. This is the one you cut in between each petal and then set the other 2. So we're just going to work our way down each row. When we cut in between each petal towards the center, you do need to use your metal ball stylus right in the very center. So just roll it in a circular motion. It doesn't matter which ones. Same way with this one, we cut in between each petal, so go right in the very center. Now, these 2, we didn't cut in between each petal, so just roll your metal ball stylus right around that outer edge. On down, let's do it. Yes. All right, so starting with the 3 smallest, again, it really doesn't matter. I'm just picking one. It doesn't. This one's a little bit more curled, so I'm going to start with that one. So we're going to interlock them. So this petal is going to go right in here. So see how it just interlocks. And then you lift this one up. Again, tuck it in there. And then open that one up to get this. I don't know how else to describe it. I want to go open her up. There we go. Okay. So now she's in there. We're going to close it up. You're going to twist it. And that's going to be our very center of our simplified rose. You're going to add glue. And you're going to go up around the sides a little. I know it doesn't look pretty at this moment. We're going to keep an eye out on one petal. I'm looking at this one. And bring it in between these 2. So bring it straight down right in the center. Let it dry for a moment, and that's what it looks like. Now you're going to hold one petal and do that exact same thing. Interlock them around it. So you're opening it. folding them up around that center. And they just slip right in there. And then twist. And I like to press on the bottom to make sure the glue adhered. Tina and Maria down for Florida. You can all take a road trip from Texas. Maria and I will take our trips from up here in the Northeast. All right, grab a petal, bring it straight down in between the previous layers. Okay? And again, now we're going to open them up just a little. And you're going to interlock them, placing them one in front of the other around that center. All right, we are back. I don't know what setting I need to change on my phone if I have Do Not Disturb on. Oh, Bigfoot is here. Oh my God. All right. Add some glue to the bottom. And now we glue into the petal, our Petal Two that's 3.93 inches, and we cut in between each petal. Look at a petal and bring it straight down in between those two. Okay. Fold up the petals, placing them one in front of the other. I might have to make a video to post. Sorry about this. I need to see what settings I need to change. If you put Do Not Disturb on, and I specifically selected my phone, nothing should come through. Add some glue. Okay. Look at a petal, and we're going to bring it in between those two, so straight down. And this petal is here. Give it a moment to dry, and that's what it looks like. We're going to place the petals one in front of the other. Thank you, Nathan. It's annoying that it happens, though. Add your glue. Look at a petal. Look at these two petals and bring it straight down. Okay, and then you fold them up around. So place the petals one in front of the other around that center. I keep twisting, as you see. It will open up. Now we're going to add our glue. I added a nice generous amount. We're going to look at a petal. I'm going to place it in between these two. So bring it straight down. And you can see that petal one in between those two. Just give it a moment. And then, let me get my glue string. We want to make sure it's completely dry before we open it up a little. She's beautiful, but we still have 3 petals. We need to fill it in along the bottom. All right, so we have our 3 largest that we set to the side and our steeple. So one of them, we're just gonna leave the petals rolled under. You're not even gonna roll the center or anything. Just add glue with the petals rolled under. Okay, flip your flower over. And just like we've been doing, here's your Y. Here's your upside down Y. So bring it straight down and place it in the center. So when you flip it over, she's going to start to get a nice shape to her. Okay. For our last 2, you're going to flip them over so the petals are rolled up. Okay. Roll right around where the petals meet the base. and it lifted them up. So now you're going to flip them over, and we're going to attach them. Okay? So with the petals rolled under, add your glue. Basically, we're making it just like it is written in your instruction document. Look at the top two petals, look at a petal, and place it straight down. So you're placing them in between the previous layer's petals. And one more time, petals are rolled on. All right, we're back. Oh my gosh. Add glue to the top. Okay. Flip it over. And now we're going to place it. Here's your Y. Here's your upside down Y. So just bring it straight down in between. All three of these petals are the same size, so it makes it easier. And look how beautiful she is. Now we just have to add our sepal. So with the sepal petals under, you add glue right in the center here. Flip your flower over, look at your petals. We're going to place that sepal petal in between there. Now, if you want it a little bit larger, you can, or if you want to do two like we did on our larger rose, you can. So now we're going to add our magnets to attach it to our flower stand. So I am going to zoom out for a moment. So now you get to see my messy desktop or work surface. So I do get my magnets from Amazon, and I'll add the link to my Amazon storefront. And there, I think I have a magnets category. They come in a pack of 25. They're super duper strong. All right. You may not see all of my stand. Sorry, I just hit my camera. Oh my God. Julie. All right, you can see this is the magnet, so I need to make sure I need quite a few of them because this has some height. We also need to make sure which way they need to attach. It's crazy. I think that should be good. All right, so I'm just going to add glue to the top here, and then we're going to attach it to our flower. Oh, probably. And we just need to press it. And voila! There is your beautiful flower on your flower stand. Oops, sorry, the camera. So be sure to check my, oops, I gotta make sure it's glued better, sorry. It dried too fast. It's Gorilla Glue, you gotta be fast, friends. Yes, she's beautiful. Now, I do have one that's not inked. So if you prefer not to ink your roses, they're just as beautiful. Or you can add some once it's created. So completely up to you. So let's just attach that again. So you just simply, so you can change these out for any season. So I'm going to try and take you off the flower or off my stand, the camera. So just, it's going to move. So you can see what it looks like. Here's your little one. And then I have another one where I can add my second flower. So I do need to ink one. And then our 8-inch traditional rose that we made on Tuesday. Okay, so that's how you can add them to your flower stand. Or simply for this one, you can just either stem it or use it as a magnet. Maybe you want less layers. So it's some options on different sizes besides the ones we made as part of the release of the flower, of the rose mini rose template. So thank you so much for joining. Now you can see my workspace. um, so thank you so much for joining tonight. I wish you a happy weekend, a safe one, a healthy one, and have some fun and be creative. Thanks so much, friends. Take care. Bye.